Whoop, whoop. What's up? Happy Tuesday, Bearcats. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all having a great week so far. We're here. We're hanging. We're chilling. It's HMG After Dark. Yeah, pal. Make sure you're signing your NDA before you come on in here. Tonight's edition, we're doing a watch along of the Abdullah the Butcher episode of Dark Side of the Ring. We got it pulled up on Daily Motion. So let's go ahead and get it. Get it, pal. Whoop, whoop. All right, maybe. There we go. Don't try this at home, pal. Whoop, whoop. Abdullah! There was one time we took a road trip from St. Louis to Austin, Texas. And we were in a van and we had a N64 and a TV in the van. And we were playing like this Japanese wrestling game. They used the same engine as like No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000. But it was a Japanese wrestling game and it had featured Abdullah the Butcher and Kamala. And one of the things that became a running gag with us, like, you know, it was like it would be like whenever Abdullah or Kamala would throw like a chop or a strike, be like, Abdullah, Kamala. And it became like a joke, with like a running gag throughout the trip.
Everybody bloodthirsty. They wanted. Notorious for blurring the line between reality and fiction, Abdullah remained a mystery even to those closest to him.
See, you all know the wrestler. You don't know the person. He's a hero.
In a gruesome but successful career span, Abdullah's thirst for blood made him infamous.
Yeah, give me barbecue and Chinese food, pal. What's up, Gam? Good to see you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Not to have my WWE contract. You're a piece of shit, and I hope that when you die a really slow and painful death.
Ooh, wow. It's like Hannibal ain't too much of a fan of Abdullah.
Abdullah the Butcher would come into a regional wrestling territory.
And with that specific situation, though, that was a guy who happened to own a van, and he was kind of like our driver because he wanted to be part of the business. And he was a truck driver, couldn't really drive a truck anymore. So it's like, hey, I mean, it was kind of like my way of getting back on the road.
Hello, I'm Mick Foley, sometimes known as a hardcore legend, and I have been involved with professional wrestling since 1985. I knew of the legend of Abdullah because in those days, you learned about people outside the geographic area largely by the magazines. The magazines painted this amazing portrait of this unstoppable monster. I was so intrigued by Abdullah the Butcher that the first thing I did when I got to college as a freshman is I put a black and white photo of him on the wall and began to tell the entire dormitory that he was my father. Karate pants, and you see
Damn, Mick.
With all those gigantic cuts. He opens those big eyes, and you see him on promos eating liver coming out. That's Abdullah the Butcher, and he was unstoppable. My name is Hugo Sabinovich. I'm from Guayaquil, Ecuador, and I've been in this passionate industry for close to 50
Oh, I love Hugo, man.
Do it again.
Like, he's a great guest on Keeping It 100.
No one was safe. Not the referee, not the owner of the company. He will put fear into your body, into your brain, your soul. What's happening in here? Can you explain to everybody what you're watching?
Eating the raw meat, chicken. And he could even take a phone book and tear it. My name's Josephine Heron Shreve. Abdullah the Butcher is my brother. Windsor at that time, when I was growing up, I always say that's old school. And it was like we was raised in a 2-bedroom house, wartime house. There was 8 of us. 2 or 3 of us slept in a bed together. I had my own room because I slept in the bathtub. I had a cushion to put in there. So my father and I had to go to the bathroom. They piss in a can. My mother had to come in the washroom. She knocked on the door, and I get out of the tub and let her in. But I don't think my mother wanted to piss in a can. Okay, that's where it was.
Wait, have we done this one before for HMG After Dark?
Larry, Paul Shreve's brother.
I don't remember. I think we might have.
Larry. That's his name to me.
Yeah, sorry. Like this last year, a lot's been going on, and everything's kind of blurring together.
Interview him. You just look at his damn hand. You interview. Oh, you go then. I guess he tells the truth, but I'll tell you one thing. I think you should be better off talking to him a longer distance. Jump up in 1 minute. And you scared to death. He's a good actor.
Oh yeah, we just gotta. Looking good. My name is Larry Shreve. My other wrestling name is Abdullah the Butcher. I'm from.
Yeah, oh damn, we have seen this, haven't we? Well, shit, why not watch it again, pal?
Ontario. Your parents had to take care of a lot of kids. Like, was it challenging? They worked hard. My mother worked hard. My dad worked hard. When I see my mother on the floor, scrubbing floors, at a funeral home, I said to myself, holy shit. My mother works hard. But I never knew she was on her hands and knees until I went there. I didn't want to learn how to read or write because I was only worried about my mother.
Well, we already made it this far, pal.
I wanted to make money. I used to buy candy 3 for a penny, go to school, and buy some candy.
Yee, what's up, Lab Rat? Good to see you, pal.
Where the kids owed me money, and I said, well, when are you going to pay me my money? So maybe he got scared, like I was going to do something, right? So he wouldn't go to school. Maybe his mother came and says, my kid is scared to come to school. And that was it. Then I said, I got to get out there and make some, money where I don't have a problem. And that's what I did. So Larry only finished the 2nd grade?
He only finished the grade 2nd. I was a year smarter than him, and I'm not really that smart myself. But I'm saying we done a lot. Larry, he went to people's houses knocking on the door and asking for old clothes and all that. And he had a second-hand store with all kinds of old clothes. And he had a store. He shined shoes for years. Then he got a janitorial service, business. He had people cutting grass.
Dude, he's like Abdullah sounds like he was very intelligent, even from a young age.
Let's just say he was always a hustler. He been in the karate and all that. He had a
Insert quarter here, pal.
Citizens, he trained them to learn how to defend themselves. That way in winter, you had about 8 or 9 old ladies in their 60s or 70s, and he had where they could defend themselves. There's old people in that.
I've done
out to Windsor Arena and I was doing karate and stuff like that.
Allegedly.
The manager of the place. He said, "Hey, you should be a wrestler." I said, "Oh, I don't want to do that crap." He said, "You can make some money." So, oh, okay.
Abdullah crosses the river to Detroit, where he meets the original Sheik, one of the innovators of hardcore wrestling.
Oh, they don't have to blade. They can do it hard way. They got all that sharp shit like barbed wire, glass, broken light tubes, all that shit, pal.
But Ashley Performance Fabric keeps the party going, and the furniture gorgeous. Ashley's durable.
Ashley Furniture, pal.
Is solution dyne. Long-lasting colors that are stain and water resistant. Removable, machine washable covers make maintenance easy, so you can relax and enjoy all life has to offer, except for the messes. Learn more at ashley.com.
Yeah, give me that sweet leg slapping action, pal. Or we could actually play this ad so we can get through this thing, pal. Uh-oh, spaghettios. There was having a little bit of an internet issue here with this.
Working in Puerto Rico, Abdullah crosses the river.
All right, there we go. We're back.
Original Sheik.
And then it freezes. There we go.
The Y. Get the amenities you want, like the latest in fitness equipment. Pools, gyms, pickleball, and more. And for your family, Y members save big on youth programs.
Yeah, I know. Like Don can't even leave us alone for like a dark side of the ring, pal.
No joining fee. Plus,
Free 3 months of Pandora Premium. Tap now or go to Pandora.
Give me that Mick value, pal.
To claim your free 3 months of access to Pandora Premium. Then treat yourself to a buy one, add one for $1 deal with McValue. Or make it a meal with the $5 meal deal. Because with McValue, you always get more than you expect. Terms and conditions apply.
Sheik, one of the innovators of hardcore wrestling.
Abdullah played the Arabic wrestler. They only had one at that time, and that was, they call him the Sheik, not the Iron Sheik. The Sheik out of Detroit. He used to do all that stuff. You know, cut you with your forehead. This is Mr. USA. Grew up watching the Sheik. He imitated the Sheik. Or anything about me. Come on up, oh, this is a great. This is wrong. I told my dad, I said, "Dad, I'm wrestling that Copa Hall." My dad said, "Those are some dangerous people over there." My dad used to see me with cuts on my head. He told my mother, "Tell him you better get out of that shit." I said, "Dad, listen, smack me." He said, "For what?" I said, just smack me.
Hey, Sonic. Good to see you, pal. What's up? Whoop, whoop. Always a pleasure, pal. Hope you're having a good day. Giggity, giggity, gig. Yeah, pal.
He said, "I didn't hit you that hard." Then I showed him the blade. He said, "Now I know you're crazy."
Having learned this bloody trick of the trade, Abdullah travels the world showcasing his hardcore style. While working in Puerto Rico, he meets promoter Carlos Colon and his right-hand man, Hugo Savinovich. I started working with Carlos, and they say, you're good, but you're not big enough. He says, I want to make you a manager. And then he said, by the way, we're bringing into Puerto Rico one monster. Abdullah the Butcher, and I heard of him, and I said, wow, what a way to begin to manage him. Managing him, it was, just a crazy way of earning a living. Everybody's just going crazy here. He was already drawing gigantic money in the Caribbean islands and Puerto Rico. People will fill up the stadium. Abdullah will make the promoter, Carlos Colon, look good. But at the same time, he will destroy him. That's the fear of being involved in this match. Abdullah would wrestle in Puerto Rico for a couple of months. He wrestled in Japan for a couple of months. And then he would come back to the States. And he was a big draw. I mean, he drew money. Abdullah was worth every penny that he got paid. And trust me, he was making huge money. He lived really like a rich guy. Abdullah was very cautious of his money. When he got paid, as soon as you give it to him, he made sure my mother and father, my brothers and sisters, got some of it. My mother used to work for the funeral home and stuff like that. I went there one day. She said, what? She said, I want you to meet Mrs. I said, I don't want to meet them. You understand? You're here scrubbing floors and stuff like that. I'm supposed to be Abdullah the Butcher. You're on your hands and knees on floors and stuff. From that day, she never worked another day in her life. And I made sure of that. But I was dumb.
That right there tells you like what Abdullah's motivations were. He saw his mother on her hands and knees scrubbing a funeral parlor floor, and he's like, nope, she ain't doing that. Granted, he did some he might not have done some good things to do that.
You don't know who else working with you or working against you. You understand? I'm in bad shape. Real bad shape.
And anybody, anywhere that does not fear the name of the almighty Abdullah the Butcher is either an insane fool or lying to you.
With Larry Shreve, yeah, it could be really difficult for a fan to know where the character ends, where the real person begins.
He has reigned terror in the record.
Someone who rode with him for hundreds of hours, you get to know the real guy, or what he wants to show you of the real guy.
Abdullah the Butcher moves swiftly for a big man.
See, he always talk about he's an entertainer. He's entertaining you. But the real true person, you all don't know. My name is Jocelyn Malika Marjo. I met Abdullah while I was on the streets feeding the homeless. He told me his name was Joe, and I was just so excited to see somebody else out there like myself feeding the homeless. So I didn't know he had a restaurant. Gave me the address of the restaurant, and I brought my son over there. My son said, do you know who that is? He said, that's Abdullah the Butcher. And I said, who is that? Because I'm not into wrestling. Abdullah was his hero.
You sound like all the bad guys.
He loved the bad guys, yes.
Abdullah was the best heel that the world ever saw. Even picture in my head now, just the way he stands, the way he moved around the ring, and the things he did. To see a whole crowd of people.
Oh no, like I love seeing like that mix of different like cultural cuisines coming together. Like that's how you like that kind of cultural blending. Like that's what makes like dude, that's what like creates some great stuff. Say this all the time. I mean, that's what led to Korean tacos, pal.
Started watering, and she tried to like get his beverage order and just walked away. I'm like, happy to go. Gotta protect the character, champ. Gotta protect the character. And that's what he would do. And so he, in his own way, he would create this grassroots campaign for the authenticity of his character.
When he went into the ring with any wrestler, he made them a good wrestler.
Having some.
They got like a crown on their head because they're wrestling one of the best.
If I say Abdullah made Carlos Colon, Abdullah made Tony Mr. USA happen. Everybody that fought Abdullah became a big star. Really made Abdullah with the team in Japan. In Japan, during that time, brass was still about 7% real. And you got a karate kick in Japan doing a real karate kick. You got chalk in Japan doing a real chalk. Don't think we're fake in Japan for who won and who lost. On the cover of the magazine, they have billboards of Abdullah. You know, pictures of.
He was what I call crazy. Like he was.
Yeah, that's pretty over, pal.
Part of Japanese culture.
As crazy as this might sound, ordered an album in Japan in the dressing room.
They never seen nothing like me.
He had his own mixtape? Like, what the fuck? Damn, that's over, pal.
And my wrestling name was Hannibal. Starting his career with Stampede Wrestling in 2001, Devin begins working under the name Madman Hannibal and soon launches his own indie promotion, Great North Wrestling. In 2006, he begins working with Abdullah. Before all the negative stuff happened, I actually considered him somewhat of a mentor, and like I would say he was the first wrestler to like take me under his wing a bit and teach me about how to get heat and stuff. We ended up tag teaming and wrestling each other numerous times.
I do what you guys.
To everyone else, this is a task. But to you, it's launch pad. Your starting block. See the task. This is opportunity. Switch to Boost Mobile and get the Coach Prime Moto G 5G on us at your local Boost retailer. Moto G 5G on us when you switch with ID verification and new Unlimited Plus or Unlimited Premium plan activation. Taxes extra. All prices, fees, features, functionality, and offers are subject to change without notice. See participating dealers for details. With new McValue at McDonald's, the choice with McValue is always more. Like free 4 months.
Yeah, sorry, we're running a little bit slow on our stream tonight, pal. On the, or at least on the watch along.
To claim your free 4 months of the Sirius XM app, and after, treat yourself to a buy one, add one for $1 deal with McValue, or make it a meal with the $5 meal deal. Because with McValue, you always get more than you expect. Terms and conditions apply.
I used to work for him.
You guys are friends, right?
Yeah, I used to fly into Toronto or whatever, and we had shows. Alberta, we'd have shows. You understand?
There will be some people that will always hate me for exposing them, but whatever. I don't care.
Chili dog night, pal. Whoop whoop.
I blocked them from wrestling.
Already 68 years old and 6 decades into his career, Abdullah returns to Canada to wrestle Hannibal in what's being billed as his retirement match.
I remember my first experience of Abdullah. My grandmother was actually somewhat of a wrestler fan, and I remember she let me watch a wrestling movie called I Like to Hurt People. And I just remember thinking, how did they make this blood effect? You didn't really know how they did blood in those days. Put it in his mouth, he said, but I was always afraid to do that. So then he would take the blade, put it like there, tape over top, and then when it comes time to bleed, you'd pull it out. And I'm not going to do it, I'm not Abdullah, but it slips down like that.
No. For me to hit myself, I would hit myself like this. See it?
I was around Abdullah a lot, and you never actually see him do the deed. The blood would arrive as if, by magic.
Abdullah had razor blades on fingers. First he cuts with the razor blade. And once he got a fork, and then he would take the fork and scrape it across his finger so the bleed before. He's not stabbing you in the head with that fork. Hurt like hell.
Get him with the fork, pal.
Well, did anybody ever complain about being cut?
Not to Abdullah. Because, you see, in the older days, the guys...
I think it's time for a little smoky toky. Let's pack this bowl, pal. Whoop whoop.
I didn't cure it, babe. I didn't choose him. But this was Paul. These guys give it. Abdullah, use a Brody, Dusty Road. Abdullah's playing every night. Every night. It's kind of like Rick Flair had him home. Well, Abdullah got to have him play.
Why do they call him Abdullah the Butcher? What does a butcher do? They take to make blood. They try to hurt you, to torture you.
Mm-hmm.
This guy here, he was rushed to the hospital, had 4 stitches in the back of the head. This guy chopped him in the damn head and got cut. Don't think that this is all phony blood.
Abdullah's intense bloodlust and unpredictable style keeps him from signing with the world's largest promotion, Vince McMahon's WWE.
Vince kind of knew that Abdullah was going to be very hard to be controlled. And I think that if you would even ask Abdullah, I don't think he even trusted himself, because I don't think a lot of times he planned things.
We were going to have a tag team match in Ottawa, and before the match, we were appearing on a local television show called Rogers Daytime.
I just happen to have a fork right here. Huh? With the old,
And without this being planned or anything, male host in a headlock. Walked the male host over to where there was going to be a cooking segment after.
Fuck off, Michael Buffer.
And then the guy started bleeding. I just started. It was the.
Can we watch the show, please?
I remember him being like that. He's like going to shock on. It was like a guy that obviously isn't used to bleeding or getting in fights or anything. I'll be right back after this. I think that was.
Can we please just watch the show without the bullshit?
But you could see like how in the old days you could get away with stuff like that. But I think in 2022 it would be hard.
Yeah, we need some smoky toky time, pal. Like today's been a day, and it's like I can't get away from bullshit. Yeah, for real, man.
So it's easy for somebody to catch the disease. Who knows where that blade came from or who they cut before they cut the hell off?
Did it cross your mind at that point that like at this point I didn't think that I would have the evidence or anything?
At some point, you and this guy Hannibal were friendly with each other, right?
Yeah, we're good friends. I used to work for him. He was a promoter.
Right.
So I don't know what happened, but I don't want to talk about this. I don't want to talk about it.
His career cut short by his hepatitis C diagnosis. Hannibal was desperate for answers.
I had a guy that was doing a documentary on me. It's called This Is Hannibal. We were hoping that it was going to be my journey to WWE movie, but it ended up just being like a sad movie. Obviously, it didn't work out. The contract got rescinded because I have hepatitis C. So he was the one that actually saw the cutting incident, and he showed me the clip from the 2007 match. He's like, "What is that doing here?"
I haven't even seen footage of the match, to be honest with you. I would love to see it.
You can see here he's cutting his own head with his razor blades taped to his finger, right where all the scars are on his forehead. He's been doing it for the past 50 years. And you see him doing that to my forehead. So I'm like, he's blading me.
Oh my God! So 8 years managing him in different countries. I never saw him doing that to another guy. And if that's the case, wow.
Many local news stations saw my movie and did their own story.
Wow.
Because Ottawa, I don't think ever had somebody that made WWE. Ronald Kaza, one of the top lawyers in this area, saw the case, and with his skill as a lawyer, he was able to basically force Abdullah to provide his blood test. According to his blood work, there's a history of Hep C, so you would think that he knew. But whether he knew or not, he should have known it's dangerous to cut someone with a razor blade with blood on it.
The footage of Abdullah cutting Hannibal with a used razor blade and the results of Abdullah's blood test form the basis of a lawsuit filed by Hannibal. A lawsuit that Abdullah claims he couldn't read or understand.
I was getting a lot of letters. What am I going to do? Open it up. I don't know what the hell it says. If it wasn't for Malika, I'd really be in bad shape.
And he said, sat me down. He said, sit down, Malika. But he told me he didn't know how to read and write. And he cried like a baby. A big, huge man. Like this, crying. I've never seen a man cry like that.
Yeah, he got hit in his weakness. For as intimidating as he came across, I mean, the dude, like, he never made it to second grade or made it through second grade. So while he might be, incredibly intelligent and street smart, he's still got those blind spots you can hit him in. Because he never got that, that education. Sorry, this is running really slow tonight, guys. I don't know what's going on. A lot of buffering happening. Like Michael and Bruce were chilling with us. Like, what the fuck?
What was going on in his life? And he would ask me to open his mail and read it to him. And after I looked through it, it included the court case with Devon Nicholson. I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, you still kind of like, even you can still be like very intelligent and street smart, but you gotta have that training and those skills, Man, we're getting hit hard with these buffers. Damn.
Because I didn't show up. That was it.
When you aspire to be a professional wrestler, this is how you celebrate a legal victory.
He ended up losing in court in both Ontario and Georgia. And he was found guilty.
Bruce, Mike, can you leave us alone for the night?
He either knew or should have known which Abdullah still denies, even though he provided the blood tests.
Court documents show that Abdullah carries
Holy shit! Come on, pal.
In the years that follow, Abdullah makes a range of claims, including the allegation that it was him who gave the disease to him. After the Canadian judge sees the video evidence, coupled with the confirmation that both men share the same strain of Hep C.
Yeah, I know. It's like they take the night off from Max, getting some practice in. Like, what the fuck, buddy? Holy shit! Come on, man.
Devin Nicholson was awarded $2.3 million in damages.
Dude, come on! Let us watch the damn show! Oh my fuck, dude!
You get into a certain profession, taking a risk. Hannibal could have done it himself. That's what the guys told me. Tony. He don't change his blade. Do it yourself. He let that dude cut him. He could have cut himself, but he was scared to cut himself, so he got somebody else do it. And it cost him.
Let us watch. Let us watch. Let us watch. Like we're buffering at the bumper to a commercial break. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Straights. Abdullah continues to make wrestling related.
Oh my fuck, dude.
Appearances and autograph signings. Hannibal claims that Abdullah has moved around his assets in order to avoid paying him. And to this day, the matter is still in front of the courts.
He's never paid anything. Paid a penny. No. I don't think he has it.
I want you all to look at this. This is dangerous. Do how that things. Look at this. He has no money to repair none of this. Now this.
Yeah, me. I'm sending in 10 for trip. Make it a triple. Holy shit, dude.
is right now.
Right now, currently. That's why I didn't allow you all to come back there. Oh, I am stressed. I'm stressed.
It has taken us 3 minutes to go 1.
Until I got moved it. House. But it's worth it when you see someone be
Like, bro, are you seeing this shit? I need to turn off this fan. Whoop whoop. I think you need another one of these.
the tapes.
Like this is now completely unwatchable. Like what the fuck?
For many years. Got nothing. All the tapes, what I made for many years, got nothing.
All right, I try to refresh.
Whatever he both met with all his anyways. So I don't want to say too much. I didn't tell him that's the truth. My brother, don't worry. My brother he's a very nice person. But people play games with him.
Dude, that's Max Live? Holy shit.
You that you can't beat it right.
And I've seen him order at restaurants, reading menus. I've seen letters from him. I've seen him sign autographs. He's owned several businesses over the years and been involved with large wrestling contracts with companies like WCW and Japanese companies.
So he can't read or write?
No, he never could. But he'd find ways, like, if they told him, like, to go to a chicken farm or something like that, he'd draw a picture of a chicken.
I don't mean this to be humorous, but like he knew how to read a menu. You know, like we would eat out 3 times a day. He never had an issue. I don't know if that's the case. If it is, I think it's just it's an accolade for him to be that successful around the world without that ability. But I don't know. I've only recently heard that.
That's like a shock to me because he made great business transactions. Even in a check, you have to write it. I did not know that. And 8 years we travel a lot, spend a lot of time together, and that is a shock to me. If that is a guy of a second grade education, wow, that whoever was the teacher, we've got to find him or her and honor that person because that teacher did a lot.
All right, we got it fixed. We're good, pal.
The punishing style of hardcore wrestling has a long legacy, but it often comes at great personal cost for those involved.
Abdullah and Carlos Colon invented a match with a chain going right across the ring, and they were hooked to it. And even with the rain, a storm, you could still see just all the blood coming down. It was horrendous, but for the fans, it was just devastating, the punishment that they inflicted on each other. We felt invincible, and they trained you to feel invincible. At those times, we will put the blood of their opponent as part of being a heel and suck the blood out of your opponent's head. When I talk about it right now, I see the expressions on the new generation, like, what the heck were you guys thinking? But back then, it was a whole different world.
Anytime you watch something, even if you watch a movie picture or something like that, they always have violence in it, right? You have like the cops and the robbers, you have this and stuff like that. It's always violence. And if you don't get the people violence, they don't come and see you.
In a twist of fate in 2021, 7 years after his own court battle, Hannibal finds himself at the center of his own controversy by brutalizing a referee.
We're looking for someone to bleed from the spike. So the promoter found this referee that was a known bleeder to take the spike. It hit him several times for
and he did some damage. The promoter for that show did not have any medics on site. It went on longer than it should have. Like, it was bad communication all around.
God, the referee, he ended up getting an infection. His head was, mutilated.
I was appalled. I saw the dude's head with, a dozen different gaffs with staples in his head. I'm just like, what in the heck happened here? Why have charges not been pressed? Why is this guy not in jail?
Yeah, no, that's insane, pal.
Your story is saying you were recklessly, dangerously careless and damn near killed this guy because you're just sloppy. And if we believe that he got mad and actually attacked this guy with a spike, it's like, you should be in jail. You should never be booked to wrestle again. This is not good for the
dude. Yeah, Lance Storm spitting straight facts there.
He's the madman from the Sudan that attacked somebody with a spike. There's no place for that in the industry anymore.
Oh my God, that even makes no sense. I mean, you just were in that situation, and wow, strange things do happen, because what are the chances that you win a court case and now you're going to do that to a referee? Crazy.
To this day, Abdullah's legal problems haunt him, and the hepatitis C controversy has tainted the legacy of his legendary career.
I know it was horrendous to hear, because you never want to hear that somebody did this.
Oh, dude, there's no way. No way today's talent could handle the business back then. Like saying 95% could handle it. I'm sorry, 5% could handle it is generous. Like, that's generous. I'd say it's closer to 2 or maybe even 1.
Start paying what you can, and take some responsibility for what you did. You've been found guilty in both Canada and the U.S., but you never apologized for anything. And yeah, it's just been a nightmare situation. But I would never expect that from him. So all I can do.
Yeah, Darby would, but that's Darby. He's an exception.
I'll be honest. Talking about this situation, I mean, this is hopefully the last time I'll have to talk about it. It was a terrible period of my life, and I'm over it.
Because the lawsuit is argued in a civil trial, the judge found Abdullah the Butcher liable, but not guilty, of causing Hannibal's hepatitis C.
This is the Hall of Fame, and all of these right here, these are the old ones. They're probably all dead now. They're all in the Hall of Fame. Well, I put it this way: all my family is his biggest fan. He done good. I hate to say this, there's a lot of good wrestlers. I put it this way: he's one of the best.
Our next inductee always made me a little nervous. This is a man who took hardcore to another level. Take a look. In 2011, Abdullah the Butcher is inducted into the WWE's Hall of Fame.
When I found out I was going to be in the Hall of Fame, I says, I don't believe it until they booked me there. You know, Terry Funk was the one who put me over strong, you know, said nice things about me. You know, he said, whatever people say about Abdullah the Butcher, he made these promoters a lot of money.
Because I know the story that to be what he became, he paid the price. And yes, he made the money. It wasn't easy being Abdullah the Butcher.
What's missing in wrestling today is the idea that an opponent is fighting for something bigger than a title or a victory. They're fighting for their lives. That's what he brought to the table. And I don't know if anyone ever did it better than Abdullah the Butcher.
I never seen anybody that the fan was actually afraid of. They was afraid of him. And I never saw that with anybody.
I think he should be remembered for his greatness. His greatness because he is the God of wrestling, not the negative, just one little situation, and it's not proven. He didn't get a chance to prove his innocence. I don't care if they take everything he owns. I would never turn my back on a man of greatness, such greatness. He's gonna be okay. With the help of God.
Long after you're gone, what would you like people to think when they hear the name Abdullah the Butcher?
Just to give me the respect for what I done. A lot of things people say I done, I did not do. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. Whatever you want to think, I'll leave it up to you.
Whew. Quite a story there, pal. And that's going to do it for us tonight. Schedule for tomorrow. Hang on, let me turn this off. So, see, tomorrow we got, let's see, AEW Watch Along, Dynamite Watch Along, whoop whoop. As soon as that's over, we're going to twitch.tv/LGBrandon, whoop whoop, to keep the party going because it's Wednesday, pal. That's how we do it on Hump Day. Thursday. Let's see what we got. I don't think we got anything going on in the day. We got HMG After Dark once again. Although I might decide to change it up and make it a TNA Impact replay watch along, not 100 or a late start, not 100% sure. And then Friday, we got Friday Locker Room, HMG SmackDown watch along. And then Saturday, we got the Smack Attack. And then that evening, if we do not do TNA Impact on Thursday, we'll be doing it on Saturday. And if we don't do Impact on Saturday, it will be HMG After Dark. And then, of course, Sunday is The Wreckage. Sunday night, it will be a late start of TNA Genesis. And, of course, Monday Locker Room, Impact Attack, Raw Watch Along. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. Whoop, whoop. Much love to y'all. Yeet, yeet. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great rest of your week. Yeah, pal. Giggity, giggity.